Hi, I'm Tricia, an organic gardener. I grow organically for a healthy and safe food supply, for a clean and sustainable environment, for an enjoyable and rewarding experience. Spring is in the air and winter is on its way out. Peas are a great crop to plant before the last frost. Peas are legumes like beans, vetch, and lupin. There are two main categories of peas: English peas, also called garden peas that are good for shelling, and edible potted peas, which are like snap peas and snow peas. Direct sow peas as soon as the ground is workable, but not soaked. For many areas, February and March are prime pea planting times. Peas can also make a great fall crop and can be planted at the tail end of the season when the fall weather starts to set in. Peas tolerate light to medium frosts and can germinate at temperatures as low as 40 degrees. Ideally, the soil temperature should be 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit for the quickest germination. Peas like well-drained soil and a lot of organic matter. You may want to add a little compost. You should plant peas in full sun, but they will tolerate part shade. Did you know that peas can actually fix nitrogen in the soil? And if you're planting a new garden, you can add some rhizobacteria when planting, and not only will the peas grow better, but the soil will be richer for the next crop. To improve germination, I've soaked the seeds overnight in water. Now, after taking it out of the water, I'm adding a little bit of milk and molasses, and then I'm going to sprinkle the inoculant on the seeds. Plant peas 1 to 4 inches apart and 1 to 2 inches deep. You can also plant the seeds an inch apart in a 3-inch band. This method uses about 25 seeds per foot. These Progress number 9 are a dwarf pea, so they don't actually need the trellising. Non-dwarf peas will climb just about anything. Check out our video, Vertical Gardening, Easy Trellising, to find out what types you might use. You can leave the vining peas to sprawl instead of trellising them, but you'll get better yields if they're trellised. Succession plant peas every few weeks in the spring. Peas do best when the outside temperatures are between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. There are some heat-tolerant varieties, like these sugar snap peas, and you can sow those a little bit later in the season. Peas like moderate water up until the time they start to flower, and then you want to ease up a little bit. It's time to harvest our peas. Different types of peas are harvested at different times. Peas have a high sugar content, and the sugar will turn to starch very quickly after you harvest, so it's best to eat them right after you harvest. In fact, 40% of the sugars will turn to starch within an hour of harvesting, even in the refrigerator. Harvest snow peas when the pods are 2 to 3 inches long and still flat. Snap peas should be harvested when they're plump, but before the pods get fibrous. If you miss some peas, you can shell them and eat them that way. For shelling peas, pick them when the pods are nice and round. Pick a few every couple of days as harvest time gets close, so you can pick them in their prime. Pick peas every 1 to 3 days. Pods on the bottoms of the vine will be ready first. The dwarf bush types will produce a determined number of flowers and peas, and then they'll be done. The tall vining types will continue to produce until the heat of summer sets in. Old peas taste starchy. If you want, you can leave old peas on the vine, let them dry, and use them in soups or stews over the winter. So grow some peas and grow organic for life.